Hey there, my name is Adam, and I just wanted to share with you the process that I went through and that a lot of my friends and people that have been looking into COTP have gone through, so that it can help you be educated on what it really is, how it works, and see if it's a good fit. So I haven't been using COTPS for very long. It's been about a week and a half. But I will say this, I have earned more than I thought I would. And it is not that complicated of a process. Even if you're not familiar with cryptocurrency, I come from a background of investing in the stock market, not really having anything crypto based. Started to dabble into crypto, set up a Coinbase account, set up a couple different accounts just to dabble in it. And honestly, I didn't do very well. And so I just had assets that were sitting there and that hopefully one day, 15 years down the road, they would grow into something, and it could be a long-term investment. So I was just letting things sit there. And a friend told me about COTPS, that it's a way to grow your your value by about 3% per day. And that didn't really sound like a whole lot. But when I actually went in and started doing the calculations of compounding 3% growth every single day, that's an insane amount. When you look back at the stock market, the average growth in the stock market when inflation is taken into account is about 10%. That's the growth that people will see typically in their retirements, in their value, in their portfolios. And so it just was like, wait, 3% per day compounding. It just sounds too good to be true. But I want to take you through a little bit of information that may clarify some of that information or some of that confusion that you might be feeling that I definitely felt. But first, I wanted to explain what arbitrage is, because COTP takes advantage of cryptocurrency arbitrage. Now, arbitrage, it's been around forever, just didn't have a big fancy name that sounds complicated. It's really just taking something that has a value of one price and then selling it for another price. We'll take the example that's in this article for Ecom Crew, where they explain that very simply, let's say you have one town where the price of pencils is $1, and then there's another town where the price of pencils is $5. Well, an easy way to profit on that is buy a bunch of pencils at $1, take them over to the next town and sell them for $4 or $5 or $4.50 or whatever, and then you profit whatever that difference is. In cryptocurrency, that's different. It's a bit more complex, and I'll go into the different types of cryptocurrency arbitrage right now. All right, so the way that COTP works is with a decentralized arbitrage, and I'll just read this to you because it makes enough sense that I think you can kind of get how it works. So the arbitrage opportunity is common on decentralized exchanges or automated market makers, which discover the price of crypto trading pairs with the help of automated and decentralized programs called smart contracts. So there is the value that is reported on decentralized exchanges or with market makers, and then there's the value of the smart contracts. So if the prices of the crypto trading pairs are significantly different and their spot prices or centralized exchanges, arbitrage traders can swoop in and execute cross-exchange trades involving the decentralized exchange and the centralized exchange. So you've got two that have different prices, and you can execute on one, or you can buy and sell for the difference between those two values. And then there is a cash value in between. So that's how all of that works. That's the structure that COTPS takes advantage of. Now, one thing that I really appreciated about COTPS is I'm not actively participating in this. I don't have the software or really the know-how to be able to do the arbitrage myself. That's out of my league. And so what COTPS is providing liquidity or providing funds so that those arbitrage opportunities can be taken advantage of, and the company can make money off of it. Now, of course, whoever is doing the arbitrage is making quite a bit of money, but that takes a lot of stress off of me to not compete with the caliber of technology, the scripts that are running, the bots that are running, all of that information. I don't have to compete with that to earn the 3.3, 3.5% per day. All I'm doing is providing my money for them to facilitate those trades, and then they pay me for giving them access to my money. And so I've really enjoyed the education, and I really enjoy seeing the returns be exactly what they said it would. And the process of putting money into it so that cotps can actually use those funds doesn't take very long. In certain instances, like for my case, my initial investment into it was a couple $1,000s that I put into Coinbase, and I was trying to transfer that to another exchange to get to cotps. And because of how I did that, it had to wait, the funds had to wait a settling period or a cooling off period before I could actually move them. And so there are ways around that so that it can be accessed immediately and be able to start growing, within 30 minutes. If all of your accounts are set up, be able to start growing within 30 minutes. So it's really cool. It's been a lot of fun to see, and there have been a lot of different pieces that I've learned from. Now, with cotps, one of the things that is interesting is every about 2 hours and 10 minutes, you can send your money back in to be used for more arbitrage. And so sometimes, for the first couple of days when I was doing it by hand, and I was just clicking the links, just like, okay, send this back in, send this back in, send this back in. And I would do it every 2 hours and 10 minutes. And during the night, for the first couple, just because I wanted to see how it worked, I actually woke up and I did it throughout the night. But that gets old really quick. And so there are people who have set up bots that will actually do the clicking for you. And so right now, I don't do any of the clicking. I don't send any of the money back in. The bot or the script actually sends it back in for me, and I just check it and make sure that it's working correctly, and money is just growing in my account. So it's been a lot of fun. It was nerve-wracking at first because I was not familiar with it. All of the different terms and everything were just like, what is that? But that's why I'm putting this information together, is to help people in the same situation that I was in, to make it easy and less of a stress on you. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and there will be a lot more content coming.